So I just come on here and talk, and I just share my story, and I guess people can relate. Not everybody has a glamorous, wonderful Kardashian life, and people just want to see what it's like um, to be a loser. Okay, I'm not total loser, but in society's eyes, because I'm 63 years old and I'm not ready to retire. And that's the thing I get the most comments on. Why aren't you retired? Just retire already. People just don't get it.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every
Okay, guys. So recently, I asked you guys if things were getting better or worse. And I'd say it was like 50-50. Half of you believe it's getting better, the other half of you believe it's getting worse. And I'm on that worse side because, I live in California. So the good hasn't reached California yet. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I'll show you. I went and got gas today and the price went up. And, I showed you. Really? You were sound asleep. Anyway, yeah, and I went grocery shopping at Aldi's, and you saw the prices at Aldi's. So uh I don't know. I don't know why it's so different. But I've heard from 3 different friends this week who have all lost their jobs. 2 of them are from back east. One is from out here. Um, the 2 from back east, one of them is my age and the other one is younger, and then the one out here is younger. And anyway, they'd all lost their jobs recently. They got laid off or whatever. Hi. And they wanted to know about Uber and YouTube and what I'm doing. So I as far as Uber, I guess you can do that everywhere. I'm assuming it's all across the United States. I don't know. I don't know what it's like in your city. I live in a somewhat retirement community where not a lot of older people still drive, so they need somebody to go get their groceries and food. So for me, it's profitable, but it might not be where you're at. So I can't tell you. All I can tell you is that they do hire everybody as long as you pass the background check, you got a driver's license, an insured vehicle. It can't be too old, I guess. I love you. I do. I love you. He's so sweet. But yeah, so at least try. At least try and get on with Uber. I mean, it's for some people it's their only income, and I know people that are doing, well, not their only, they're doing Uber and DoorDash, several delivery jobs, but they're surviving off of it. So, it's possible. It depends how much time you want to devote to it. I only do like 2 to 3 hours a night. Okay, honey, you got to get down. So, I don't know if I could actually survive just on doing Uber or if I would. But as far as doing YouTube, that's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would suggest doing it if you just are doing it to make money. When I started doing YouTube, it was just to document my journey. It was like an online diary. I did it for months before I got serious about it. As a matter of fact, I think as of May, I've been doing this for a year, but I've only been monetized for 6 months. And I didn't get serious about it until like 7, 8 months ago. And I started realizing, okay, this could be profitable. And right now, I currently have like 4,400 subscribers. That's just recently. And it's been climbing rapidly just recently. I was averaging for, I don't know, a few months between 2 and 3,000. And with 2 to 3,000 subs, I've been bringing in anywhere between 5 and 800 and something a month. Although one month was only 350. And I don't know why that month was any different. I didn't get as many views, I guess, on my videos because I put out a video every day. Sometimes I put out 2 videos a day. And with just that many subscribers, I would say you could probably count on, $500 a month. But I'm hoping eventually I'll get to 10,000 and maybe I can count on 1,000 a month. But there's no guarantee. There's no guarantees with YouTube. It's up and down, and it just depends on, how many people watch you. It doesn't even necessarily matter how many subscribers you have. It's how many people actually watch your videos till the end, because not everybody watches them till the end, and that sucks. You're supposed to entice them and tell them there's something good if you wait till the end. You'll get to see all kinds of good stuff. But I'm not good at that yet. I got to figure that all out. So, give it a try. I mean, if you got something of value to share, you got some stories, you know how to do anything that you can share. Yeah, go ahead and give it a try. There's this one chick, she does really good just by telling other people to start a YouTube channel. She's always getting all excited and telling you if you're pretty, if you're funny, if you're get your butt on YouTube and you can make a ton of money and you can do all this stuff. And, and she got people all excited. But, I don't think that's necessarily true. You got to have some content. You got to have something worth watching, and it's very competitive. There's a lot of really good YouTubers out there that not only have great content, they're good at photography and they write out a script. I don't do any of that. I suck. I admit it. I don't. I need to get better at it for you guys. It's only fair. And I do have a better camera thanks to my daughter-in-law, and so I'm working on that kind of stuff. But I tried to do a script. It didn't work for me. You guys saw how stiff I was. It was horrible. So I just come on here and talk and I just share my story, and I guess people can relate. Not everybody has a glamorous, wonderful Kardashian life, and people just want to see what it's like to be a loser. Okay, I'm not total loser, but in society's eyes, because I'm 63 years old and I'm not ready to retire. And that's the thing I get the most comments on. Why aren't you retired? Just retire already. People just don't get it, and so I have to repeat myself over and over each video. It's like, I cannot retire. I'm sorry. I don't have $1 million in the bank. All my debts are not paid for. Yeah, I know it's all my fault. And I'm working to take care of it now. So I cannot retire unless I, just want to have $1 million in bills and not be able to eat. I want to retire in a manner of which, I want to have an enjoyable retirement. I want to be able to, eat. I want to be able to go on an occasional adventure. I want to keep my vehicle. I want to buy Christmas gifts for my grandkids, that kind of thing. And I can't do that unless all my debts are paid for and I still have more money in the bank. So I have to work. I may have to work longer than I plan. I keep telling you guys I have a 2-year plan. That's just to pay off the debts that I have left and to add to my savings. I don't know if I'll be able to do that in 2 years. I don't know. I'm trying. But with the economy the way it is, and if it just continues to get worse, I might have to work 4 more years, whatever. I guess I can draw at 67, my Social Security would be enough between me and my husband. I do have a husband, I have a partner. We're both going to be drawing Social Security at the age of 67. If we both drew it, it would be enough to live off of. We'd be fine. But if we waited till we're 70, it would be even better. Who knows? But people are like, no, you got to stop and smell the roses. I can smell the roses and work. I can still do that. And I may have to. Right now, my health is good. I have no aches or pains. I get around. I'm healthy. Why not work and make money while I can? Because there's going to come a time when I can't. So I'm trying to work right now while I'm able to, so that I can make money for the day that I can't. There's going to become a day when I can't do that. And I'm just going to be relying on what little bit of money comes in each month. So, yeah, that's, like I said, that's the comment I get the most. That, and, people have to comment on, my appearance all the time. But that's part of being on YouTube, so if you're going to go on YouTube, you have to be prepared for that. And it doesn't matter how great your content is or how sweet you are or how nice you are, you're still going to get some crappy comments. It's just the way it is. I've learned that. I'm like, how did you find anything bad in that video? I thought it was a very nice video. I try to be kind. I try to be diplomatic, and I still get negative comments. It just, it never fails, but it's almost comedy. Remember I told you guys about the video yesterday, this guy's channel, he picked it up about women being invisible. And I knew people wouldn't watch it. They would just comment on the title, and I knew it wasn't going to be good, and I was right. And I've deleted a few comments. I kept a few up because I thought, whatever. But the last comment I got was, you could tell you had a good looking face when you were younger. I have to leave that up. That was great. So you're going to get stuff like that. And, you just got to, have a tough skin. You don't have to put up with it. You can delete them, block them. I do that with most of them, unless it's stuff like that that I find funny. But give it a try. If you got a phone, you can do a YouTube channel. Give it a try. If you think you've got something to offer. I'm running out of stuff. I'll be honest, because I feel like I'm boring you guys. It's the same thing. It's me doing Uber, me trying to make money. My allergies, my being sick and all. It's just my real life day-to-day stuff that I talk about, my grandkids and stuff. I wish I had more drama. I wish my life were more exciting. I need some catchy titles just to bring people in. I watch this one guy, I used to watch him. He pisses me off because it's all his titles are clickbait. The police got called last night. My wife kicked me out. And then you watch the video and it has nothing to do with that at all. And it's like, darn you. But we those are the titles that catch our attention. We think, oh, this will be interesting. No, it's not. But it gets him views. People watch him. But he does have some content too, or he'll tell a story that he's heard about somebody else. Their wife was cheating on him or something like that. I don't care. I'm not going to share that stuff. That's stupid. But whatever works. But I need something like that. But I don't want it to be clickbaity. I want to be able to back it up, whatever I say. I did clickbait one time. I don't regret it. It was the best thing I ever did. It was through that I met I call him my brother now, George Goodenough, and his wife Lainey. They're family now to me. And if I hadn't made that clickbaity title, I would have never met him or, a lot of the other people I did on carnivore. And I basically said why I hate carnivores. Well, I didn't hate carnivores. I just was jealous because I wanted to be one at that time. And so they came to battle with me and they realized, oh, okay, that's not what she meant, and they were great. And that, it started a whole new thing for me. And I'm so grateful that I did that, but I don't want to have a clickbait title and then not be able to back it up or say anything. So I need some ideas. Give me some ideas. How long have I talked? Okay, I got to cut this short. So if you guys can think of something that would grab people's attention, what do you think people want to hear about nowadays? We're talking about the economy. I don't know. What do you guys watch? This is the stuff I watch. I like watching real stuff. I like watching real people sharing, real stuff. But I want it to be a little bit interesting, So I'm feeling better today. My allergies are good. I didn't have to take allergy meds, so things are clearing up. I don't know if the rains helped yesterday or what, but yeah, I feel better. I got a good night's sleep. Today was my last day of picking up the grandkids for 6 weeks. I got the summer off, so we're going to double down on Uber. We're going to make a ton of money. The next video, we're going to talk about manifesting because I know you guys love that kind of stuff, that frou-frou stuff. But I really do. And for those of you that are interested, yeah, stay tuned for that video. I think it's going to be a good one. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go out. I'm going to do some Uber. I'm going to wait to read your comments. Like I said, give me some ideas, you guys. What would draw people in? What do you think give me a great title, that would grab people's attention because I can't think of nothing. I'm boring. Anyway, I'm using all my energy on this and I got to go do Uber. Oh, and I want to tell you about Uber. It was finally exciting. It's never exciting. It wasn't like super exciting, but yeah, I'll put that in the next video too. So, and I'll post that one probably tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that. So, okay, I'm going to make my coffee and I'm going to get out of here and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.